It's one of those huge questions, right? Who are you, really? We tend to define ourselves by our jobs, our relationships, the things we do for fun. But what if there was a much deeper, more ancient way to understand the very essence of who we are? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into. No, really, just take a second. How well do you actually know yourself? I mean, beyond all the usual labels we use every day. What is it that truly makes you, well, you? That exact question is the starting point for this incredible, ancient framework for understanding personality. And trust me, it goes way beyond the stuff we're used to. Okay, so you look at that first column, introvert, extrovert, type A. And yeah, we all get these, right? They're handy labels for sure. But now look at the other side. This is where it gets really interesting. The Indian approach, rooted in ancient Vedic wisdom, gives us this incredibly rich, holistic framework. We're talking about concepts like swabhava, your true nature, the Trigunas, your fundamental temperament, and even Tridosha, your body type. It's like putting on a whole new pair of glasses to see yourself. All right, so let's get into it. This is a totally different way of looking at you. And this isn't about just sticking people in boxes. It's more like a journey, a deep dive into what makes us tick, following a path towards self-realization that's been refined for centuries. So the first big idea we need to wrap our heads around is swabhava. It basically means your true innate nature. And it's not just one thing. It's this amazing mix. Think of it as a combination of the universal, supreme truth, plus your own distinct self-awareness, that I am feeling, and your jiva, which is your immortal spirit or soul. This is the bedrock, the absolute core of who you are. Okay, so you've got this core self, your swabhava. But here's the cool part. In this tradition, that core is wrapped up in different layers, kind of like one of those Russian nesting dolls. And the whole idea of self-discovery is about understanding each of these layers, peeling them back one by one to get to the center. These layers are called the panchkoshas, or the five sheaths, and it makes perfect sense when you break it down. We start on the outside with the most obvious one, our physical body. Then we go a layer deeper to our life force, the energy that animates us. Under that, you have the sensory mind, the part that takes in the world. Deeper still is the intellect and wisdom. And then right at the very heart of it all, you find the Anandamaya kosha, the bliss body, our direct line to pure spiritual joy. But okay, what about our day-to-day personality? What gives us our own unique flavor? What makes some of us ambitious and others more chill? Well, that's where we get into the three cosmic qualities, or the Trigunas. Think of these as the dynamic energies that are always swirling around inside us, shaping how we think and act. So this entire framework is built on these three fundamental temperaments, or gunas, that we all have. First up is Sattva. That's all about goodness, clarity, peace, and balance. Then you've got Rajas, which is the fire, passion, action, and ambition. And finally, there's Tamas, which is more about stability, but can also lead to inertia or confusion. The fascinating part is that your unique personality is just a reflection of the specific blend of these three energies inside you. So if someone is predominantly sattvic, what does that look like? Well, think balanced, peaceful, clear-headed, wise. It's really the quality of harmony and light, that calm, clear mental space that really lets you grow. Then we have Rajas. This is your get-up-and-go energy. It's all about passion, action, ambition. It's the fire that drives a founder to build a company or an artist to create a masterpiece. You absolutely need it to get things done. But, too much of a good thing can lead to feeling restless and burnt out. And rounding it out is Tamas. Now, this one's super important. It's the energy of inertia, of stability. It's what lets us rest, sleep, and feel grounded. But the flip side is that if there's too much, it can show up as laziness or just feeling stuck. So you can probably see the theme here, right? It's all about finding that balance. What's so incredible about this approach is that it's not just about psychology. Not at all. It connects everything to the body through the ancient Indian system of medicine, Ayurveda. This gives each of us a unique mind-body blueprint. This is the concept of the Tridosha. It says our physical makeup is tied directly to our personality. So maybe you recognize yourself here. Are you a Vata type? Creative, full of energy, maybe a bit restless? Or are you more Pitta, intelligent, ambitious, but can get irritable? Or maybe you're a Kapha, calm, stable, super methodical. Ayurveda teaches that when these core energies, or doshas, get out of balance, it has a direct impact on how we feel and act. Okay, so let's recap. We've got our true inner nature, our temperamental mix, and our mind-body type. So the next question is, how does all this inner stuff actually show up in the real world? Well, the ancient texts talk about four main ways this happens, four natural inclinations. This concept is called Varna, and it's really, really important to be clear on what this means according to the source material. This is not about a rigid social ladder you're born into. Instead, it's a system based on a person's natural, inborn qualities and talents. The whole point is to find the work and role in life that's in harmony with your true inner nature. And here are those four types. First, you have the Brahmana personality, someone who's naturally drawn to knowledge, ideas, and teaching. Then there's the Kshatriya, who has that inclination for leadership, for administration, and protection. The Vaishya type is the natural entrepreneur, thriving in commerce and trade. And the Shudra nature is geared towards hands-on service, craftsmanship, and support. Again, the big idea here is that society is at its best when people are doing what they are naturally built to do. Wow. Okay, that was a lot, I know. A super fast tour through some really profound ideas. But let's bring it all home. What on earth does all this ancient wisdom have to do with us today, living in the 21st century? Well, it turns out it's incredibly relevant. For starters, it gives us this truly holistic way of seeing ourselves as a complete system of body, mind, and spirit. And here's a huge one. It tells us our personality isn't set in stone. It's something we can actually work on and transform. It even gives us practical tools like yoga and meditation to help us on that path, all while respecting that everyone's journey is different. And this quote really says it all, doesn't it? The Indian approach to personality is a treasure trove of ancient wisdom that offers a unique perspective on character development and self-realization. A treasure trove. It's not just some dry academic model, it's a living guide to understanding ourselves more deeply. So, I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. After hearing all this about your mind, your body, your spirit, all those different layers, what part of your swabhaha, your own true nature, is just waiting to be discovered?